Hi there, I'm John Ash. Welcome to my kitchen. Look at it, it's completely trashed. We're going to do today a technique that I think most of us know about, tempura. It's got some interesting things that are important to do. Number one is the batter, and you can make the batter. There are all kinds of batters out there. The simplest is simply just flour and water, usually with an egg added to it. But others become more complex. They use different kinds of flours. So we're trying to not develop the gluten in the flour. When the gluten develops in the flour, what happens is the coating, the batter, gets really lumpy and thick. The whole idea of tempura is that it's this gossamer thin coating that is then dipped in a little simple kind of soy sauce based dipping sauce, and it's really delicious, and it's really best eaten straight out of the fryer. So I've got my little fryer here, but you could do this in a in a deep Dutch oven or something like that, a couple inches of oil in the bottom. And the first one I'm going to do are green beans, because the thought is, when you go back in history, it was probably when the Portuguese came to Japan back in the 16th century, they brought this dish with them, which was a dish of green beans put in a little batter, then fried. And the feeling and the guess, most people, is that was the beginning of tempura, and it still exists today. So it's odd that green beans would be the carrier for that. So I have some here that I've blanched and taken off the ugly end of it. We're going to roll them in here and then shake that off, and it just helps the batter to stick to them. So I'm going to dump it in the batter here, like so, twist it around, turn it around, and then just drop them a bean at a time into the hot oil. Don't do too many. You don't want them to crowd. You don't want them to stick together. So maybe that'll be enough. And they don't take long. They take about a minute. Okay, looks like they're done. So I'm going to take a look at them, and you can see they have that crispy, and it's kind of ideally kind of uneven on there rather than, a thick, heavy batter. So we take that, we'll dump it onto the paper towel. So here they are, they're hot, sprinkled with a little salt. I'm just going to arrange them on here, and you can see how thin that coating is. And the idea is you want to eat them while they're hot, as I mentioned, and then serve them. I've made this up. I would serve this on the side. It's a little kind of simple soy dipping sauce with a little ginger in it. And the one other thing that classically this would be served with is I've taken daikon radish, grated it very finely, and then squeezed it as dry as I can. So that would go on the side here. And that would be something to put in the sauce to give it a little lightness and a little brightness and all of that stuff. But there you go. There's our famous Portuguese, Japanese green beans tempura.